This video is made possible by EA Gamechangers. You'll surely have a night to remember at this beautiful Selvadorian venue. Fly out your closest friends and family to this intimate destination wedding. Hi guys, it's Kyarako here, back with another speed build, and today we're building just that, an intimate destination wedding. And yes, this is located in Selvadorada. I absolutely love how this turned out. I hope you guys do too. And yes, I was using the new My Weddings pack, my dream wedding, I don't remember what it was called, the new weddings pack that came out recently, or that's gonna come out recently, we're using in this particular build. So I didn't actually build this in the new world, which is Tartosa? I never know how to pronounce stuff, you guys. And that was just because I wanted to, well, the world was beautiful, I'll give you that. And you can go look at it online. A lot of creators have done other builds in that location. I just wanted to try out and see how versatile the content was that came with this pack in other locations. Because there was a lot of stuff in there that was really cool, and a lot of stuff fit with that particular location, but there's a lot of other stuff, like, you'll see as we go along. I'm being so vague about this, but there was a lot of content that I felt could be used in a lot of different locations, and I want to give you guys an idea of, how it may be used. I must say, this is probably it might be the 10th, wedding venue I tried to make with this pack, because I was trying all different worlds, seeing, all different things that I could do with it. I tried building a venue in the Snowy Escape world. I tried building a venue in the San Myshuno, a rooftop wedding. I did all sorts of stuff, and it was all really cool. I just wasn't really clicking with any of it, and that's not the pack's fault, it's my fault. Just, it was having builder's block in a certain way. But when I started this Selvadorian venue, I really just, I don't know, fell in love with it, I guess. It was just so colorful and beautiful, and we have this central fountain here in the center that's kind of setting up our color scheme and our vibe, and I just thought it was a beautiful location, especially since it's on this cliffside area, so you have this beautiful view of the whole jungle, and just absolutely stunning. So I chose this location for those reasons, and I just wanted to do a destination wedding. I love the idea of a destination wedding. I think it's so fun to go out and travel and get married in this beautiful place in this beautiful country and all that stuff. Destination weddings, though, I don't know how practical they are. I mean they're not very practical at all, are they? Because then everyone's got to pay for plane tickets and hotels, and it's such a thing, and it's so expensive. So practically, probably not a great idea. But in terms of The Sims, in terms of just, thinking about, dream weddings and stuff like that, a destination wedding is always fun to think about. So that's what we're doing here. Basically, it's like this villa, I would say, where we have this central main building here, and here's where there's going to be some upstairs rooms where, the people getting married, the fiancés, can, get ready and prep. On the downstairs room, it's going to be our dining area where we'll have all the feast stuff. There'll be a side building with more utility things, like a kitchen area and a chill spot. You'll see as we go along, but basically the centerpiece of this build is the outside courtyard area, which you see right now with this lovely huge fountain. Look, I love this fountain. We actually do have to downsize it a little bit, though, because I needed more space for the actual wedding part, the wedding ceremony part. So that fountain's gonna change a little bit, but the fountain was really a defining piece for me. It really, like I said, kind of set up my color palette. We're gonna bring in a lot of pinks, a lot of red, stuff like that. And then we have this beautiful blue tile around it, so we're also going to be bringing in a lot of blue. So this color palette's kind of all over the place. We got a lot of different things going on here, and I just absolutely love it. You guys know me. I'm really weird about color palettes sometimes, but in this particular build, I was rolling with the bright colors. I was just having fun with it, and I think it turns out looking so good. I would definitely get married here if it was feasible financially, which I feel like it probably wouldn't be for a lot of people, because man, you gotta I don't know how people work out the logistics of destination weddings. I really don't. I know I sound like such a crab apple here, but I'm I don't get it. How do people do this stuff? But I don't know. It's romantic. I get it. I get the idea of it. I just don't understand the logistics of it. That's all. Anyways, I shouldn't rant about destination weddings. Some of you may have had destination weddings. I think it's a very cool idea to do. It sounds like such a nightmare to plan. So if you have had one, I admire you for doing that. But anyways, if you had a destination, let me know. Where was it? What did you do? Because man, I love hearing about people's weddings. I think people do all sorts of different things. I think it's such a time to be creative and have fun, and the different ways that people celebrate, and all our different cultural differences and all that stuff. So let me know any fun things that happened at your wedding. I would love to hear. Anyway, so you can see we have this really cool, I don't know what to call it, this this arch with the bell. I don't know what to call it. But that is where our ceremony is going to take place in front of that. So you have this beautiful arch that's going to like frame our smaller wedding arch, where the couple will stand and get married. And then obviously behind them through that arch, you'll see like the jungle view, and it'll be absolutely stunning. And then we actually have a bell on top. So I imagine that bell could be, like rung. Wow. That thing, like, church bells ring, after people get married, and then you hear church, okay, I gotta be honest before I continue, guys. I've never actually been to a wedding, that's a lie. I've been to a wedding like really, really recently. Was like the first wedding I've ever been to. But it was super recently, and like I don't think one wedding is a representation of all weddings, so I don't have a lot of wedding experience. So if I say anything that's weird about like wedding experiences, just call me some slack, y'all. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think sometimes my understanding is that like churches and stuff will like ring the bell right, when people come out of the church and it's like a celebration, and they like release doves and stuff. I don't know, that's what I've seen on TV. So that was that's what I imagined here, is that the bell would ring. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and then here's our wedding arch. We start setting this up, and then we take it away, and then we actually come back to finish setting it up. So I'm jumping around all sorts of places in this build. You're just gonna have to get used to it. I'm a jump around builder because like I improv. I don't really plan ahead when I'm doing builds. Like I generally have an idea of like my theme or what I'm kind of going to go for, but in terms of like layout and architecture, totally freaking improv, you guys. So a lot of times I'll be jumping back and forth and doing things and then undoing things. So that's just my build style, unfortunately. But we will set up the wedding area outside in a little bit. That's gonna come later on. But yeah, so basically with the actual wedding ceremony, I didn't imagine this would be like a huge wedding. You know how some people have like 200 guests at their wedding and it's like this massive event? I always thought that was really interesting because I don't think I even know 200 people. So that's really cool that some people have these like gigantic weddings. But I really always like the idea of an intimate wedding personally. I think that, if I ever have a very nice wedding that I have the budget to have however I want, I think I'd have a very intimate wedding, just like closest family and friends, like small venue where I can like design it and make it very pretty, but I don't have to spend too much money because there won't be a lot of people, hopefully. That's just kind of my idea. And also just like the idea of the intimate wedding I like, because I feel like I don't closely know a lot of people. Like I know a lot of people and I have friends and all that stuff, but I don't know if I know enough people that I want like at like a very like intimate wedding ceremony. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be a pretty exclusive party is what I'm trying to say. And I think that would be fun too, just to, make some very tight memories with some very close-knit friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, anyways, do you guys know what I'm talking about? If any of you have had, like a small intimate wedding, let me know so I know I'm not alone in wanting that. But that is basically what this wedding venue is going to be, is like a small intimate wedding venue, which, I mean, is kind of a given in The Sims, right? Because you can only have a certain amount of guests. I don't remember what it is. I think they increased it with this pack, but I don't recall what it is. Is it like 15 guests? I don't know. Don't quote me on anything. This is not Pixelade. I'm not a source of Sims information. I'm just a builder, y'all. But it's something like 15. Let's just say roughly 15. So I kept the seating. I think there's like 12 to like 16 seats. So it's a small, intimate wedding venue, which is pretty much all you can do in Sims. But that was still intentional in the sense that I didn't want to create a huge 200-person wedding venue here, which obviously would have problems in the game because you can fill up all the seats. And also this is a relatively small lot. And when it comes to, the whole concept of destination weddings, I feel like they're generally intimate weddings, because it's quite a lot to ask 200 people to fly out to the jungle versus like 15, you know what I mean? So I feel like it just makes more logistical sense to do it that way. So it's an intimate wedding. And this villa is relatively small. I really like the idea that this has been like a really historical spot, or it's been like in like a family for like generations, and they like been running it for like a long time, and they've had all sorts of weddings and ceremonies and things like that here. I feel like this place looks like a place that have a lot of history to it. So that's kind of what I imagine. Also, if you guys have any name ideas, please let me know, because like always, my names are accurate, but they are not necessarily creative. This is just called Salvadorian wedding venue, or whatever I'm gonna call it. So if you have any, lovely Salvadorian sounding names for this wedding venue, please let me know, because I know that they'll be way more creative, way more better sounding than anything I could come up with. So let me know. As you can see, we just downsized our fountain a little bit. I was a little bit sad about that because I really love the large fountain in the center, but like I said, I needed a little bit more space for our actual wedding ceremony. So the fountain had to scooch over, but it's okay. Still looks very pretty. You may have noticed this build has no custom content at all. I've been doing that recently, doing no CC builds, which is occasionally hard for me, but in this particular build was quite easy because I don't know, I liked a lot of the what's the word? A lot of the content that came with the new wedding pack, and also I just love the jungle adventure aesthetic that came with that pack, like all the different items and stuff, and the tiling and the stairs. That's a beautiful pack, honestly. So I had a really good time building this without custom content. But anyways, I have been building without custom content recently, just to make my builds more accessible to you guys, so you don't have to go through custom content downloading, which it can be a lot because I use a lot of custom content usually. So that's just kind of been what I've been doing recently. But if you guys have preferred my custom content builds over my no custom content builds, please let me know. I love getting feedback from you guys. It's the only way I ever know to change anything. So please let me know what you guys prefer. If you prefer like a mix, some here, some there, because we can do that too. I've been missing my custom content, y'all, so I think I'm gonna go do a custom content build pretty soon. And of course, if you guys have any build challenges, build ideas, gameplay, anything at all, please let me know. I just wanted to do a wedding venue this week, obviously, because it fits, the whole wedding pack that just came out. And I might do another wedding venue next week just to, play around more with this pack, because there's a lot you could do with this pack. But I'm always open to doing anything else in the world, so let me know. Anyway, so we just set up our outside ceremony area. Now we're on the inside, and this is like our little, what's the word? This is where people eat. Banquet area? I don't know what to call it. This is where all the reception? I don't know. See, guys, I don't know enough about weddings to be doing this. I feel like a fraud. I'm lying to you. I don't know anything about weddings. Okay, I've been to one wedding, and at that wedding, like after the ceremony, we went to like a restaurant, and then the restaurant was where we ate and did like toasts and stuff and all that. But for this particular wedding venue, that's all on site, on location. So you would just go out to the wedding ceremony, and then after the couple gets married, you come in here, and then this is where you would chill and talk and do your toasts and stuff like that. As you can see, there's not that many tables, and there's a little like a 2-person table there on the right. So that's where the newlyweds would sit together and have their own little, private table, which I think is a thing. I'm not quite sure. So they would sit over there, and the rest of the guests would sit at those big, banquet tables, and they'd all go up to the newlyweds and be like, congratulations, all that stuff, But as you can see, it's pretty small. Like, there's only 3 big tables. Like I said, intimate wedding venue. So I didn't want to like overdo it with the amount of seating, considering there wouldn't be that crazy amount of Sims here anyways, Anyway, so now we are upstairs. So upstairs there are 2 rooms. On the left there is a bathroom, and then on the right there is basically like a, what's the word? It's not parlor, like a place where like a bride or a groom or one of the fiancés would just get ready for the wedding. Traditionally, I think the bride usually, because there's more like stuff that has to go into bride preparing, whereas with grooms, it's usually just, you throw on a suit and put on your shoes. And, because when I was at the wedding, the only one wedding that I've ever been to, I was a bridesmaid. So I had to be up literally at like 4 a.m. to get my hair and makeup done for like an 11 a.m. wedding, okay? So like this stuff is, I'm aware, it can be a little bit hectic, can be a little bit crazy, especially on the brides and bridesmaids ends, because there's a lot of hair and makeup and, big poofy dresses and all that stuff. So this is the room where that would happen. The room where it happens, y'all. I don't know what to call it. Prep room. What's the word? Not boutique. It's like a room where hair, makeup, and prep gets done. I literally am blanking on what that's called, but that's where that would happen. And then on the left here is a bathroom, for freshening up. And so I guess there's only one room here for the one of the people getting married to get ready in. So the other person, I guess, you know, screw them, I guess. I mean, they could get ready somewhere else. They'll figure it out. But here is a bathroom on the left so that they can, you know, take a bath before they get married if they need to wash their hair. I don't know, something like that. That is the bathroom. And then we have these two balconies on the left and the right side of the building. We just end up putting some seating out there, just, you know, for extra space for, you know, socializing and chilling and having, you know, intimate conversations and stuff like that. I really like this venue, you guys. I think there's like a lot of opportunity for storytelling here. There's a lot of different spaces that you could use. Like I said, this balcony, you have all the, like, this extra seating up here, so if you needed more space, you could pop more tables up here. You could do anything you want with these balconies. And of course, if you download this into your game, which I would love to see, like, send me screenshots, y'all, of your Sims getting married here. I would love that. The Discord will be linked down below. That's a place where you can post photos and stuff like that. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you download this into your game, this will be on the gallery, you guys. But if you do download it into your game, you can change it like however you want. I mean, of course that's a given, but just to you know, tell you, you can, you know, adjust this however you want. Like, it's your Sims wedding, change the color scheme, change the, you know, the layout. I don't care. Just do what you want with it. Make it your own. Have a wonderful time. That's all I want for you guys. And of course, let me know, please. Anyway, so as we are finishing up this venue, I basically create this little parking lot area. I know a parking lot isn't super romantic, but I was kind of like feeling, I don't know, when I was looking at this venue, I was like, this is a little weird. Like, it's just randomly plopped into the middle of this jungle. I have no idea how anyone would get here other than if they hiked here. And I was like, well, no one wants to hike here on their wedding day if they're wearing like fancy clothes and stuff, unless that's like a thing, like people hiking on their wedding. I don't know. But instead I decided to build a parking lot because I thought that would make a lot more sense. So we popped in these two like Jeep looking cars that looked like they could handle the terrain of this place. And then that's where they're parked in the back. And then this is where people would enter into this little like entrance building. It's not really a lobby, it's more just like a reception, I guess. And then inside of this building is where we're gonna have our kitchen for the catering staff. There'll be another bathroom for the guests to use, and then there'll be like a little lounge area. So that's what's going on inside of there. We are almost about finished with this build. We're just gonna have to go in quickly and do that interior. We're popping in a few more plants, some trees and stuff like that. But anyways, while I'm doing that, I want to know how you guys feel about the new wedding pack. I don't remember when it comes out or if it has come out yet. It's coming out soon, I know that, if it's not already out. Again, I'm not Pixelated, I'm not a not a news channel, don't have all the info. So don't hold me to it. But let me know if you're planning on getting it. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. I'm always, you know, curious to see, you know, how people feel about these new packs. I haven't done any gameplay with the wedding pack yet because you guys know me. I don't often have time for gameplay whenever I'm on The Sims. I'm usually just building. But let me know. This pack might actually encourage me. It might push me to take the extra step to do some gameplay pretty soon because I really do like weddings. I love like planning events and stuff like that. So I feel like this pack would be really fun for that. I know I didn't use like a crazy amount of content from this new pack. I used some items like the arches and some of the seating and stuff like that. But you know, a lot of the content was really cool, really beautiful, but didn't like fully go with the Selvadorian aesthetic. So maybe I should have not done a Selvadorian destination wedding so you guys could see more of the content. But, you know, it's fine. I'll just, it's okay. I wanted to build a destination wedding because I just wanted to do that, and I love destination weddings, and I think that this location is so beautiful, and I want to do something very bright and colorful and just full of life, and I feel like that's what I achieved, so I'm very happy with it. And please let me know what you guys think of this build, if your sim would get married here, you know, anything like that. I do feel like your sim would probably have to have a lot of money to get married here. I don't know what the rental is on this space, and I think it's set right now as a rental lot, so you would have to change it to a wedding venue, which I'm pretty sure you can do in travel worlds. Because if you can't, then that defeats the idea of a destination wedding, and that'd be, you know what, I should have checked this. You know, it's the end of this video, and now I'm feeling kind of stupid, but I'm pretty sure that you can set this as a wedding venue. And if you can't, you know what, make it work, you guys. You can make it work, it's fine. But I love this lot. I think it's so beautiful. Please let me know if you guys have any name ideas for it. If you have any build challenges, anything like that, let me know down in the comments down below, or, you know, on the Discord, anywhere at all. I also have a Patreon. Please check that out. This is another way to support me as I struggle to get through my interior design program, which I absolutely love, but it's very expensive. So check that out, please. Yeah, that is this build. It has been a wonderful week. I hope you guys had a wonderful week, and I will see you next Sunday. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.